Great people, welcome back to Global Happenings. Today, we're so excited to have you again. Today is Monday, and Monday is mostly very significant. It is a day for sit at home in the southeast, and often you see that UGM are always out to make sure that everybody sits at home, irrespective of age, irrespective of sex, irrespective of personality. They make sure going from town to town to see that that happen. Despite the fact that the governor of Anambra State and other governors have been trying to fight against their traditional Monday sit at home. It seems as if it's not working. Now, right now, as you can see in the video, they are out rampaging. You can see that particular compound, what is going on there right now. They invaded the place, and did what they had to do. But the big one is actually the fact that on Monday, they actually invaded. I'm talking about today, some few minutes ago. They actually invaded the premises of Anambra Broadcasting Service in Awada Onitsha Station. My God. And people are really, really talking, because if it has gone to the point of destroying things which would have changed the narrative of the state like this, it therefore means that their purpose is not really to salvage the economic situation of the state. They are far different from IPOB. No, don't forget that IPOB has come out severally to tell Nigerians that, hey, these guys, we know nothing about them. But before we go into all that discussion and what the people have to say, let's just look at the news in brief. And now, according to the news, the UGM on Monday invaded the premises of Anambra Broadcasting Service ABA's Awada Onitsha Station. Although no life was lost in the attack, a building and buses used by the company for its operations were damaged and burnt down. There have been deadly attacks in Anambra lately, despite Governor Charles Soludo's decision to offer amnesty to UGM troubling the states. The indigenous people of Biafra IPOB has been linked to the attack in the state, but the secessionist group has denied having any hand in the violence. Soludo had recently visited the leader of the group, Kanu, who is being reprimanded in the custody of the Department of State Services in Abuja. The governor, who shared pictures of him and Kanu via social media, recently said IPOB leader was against the attack and killing by UGM in the southeast. According to him, the IPOB leader wished he had opportunity to give a broadcast to address the situation. Now, apart from that, which we are still waiting to possibly get the video so that you see that it's actually true, these guys are doing a lot to make sure that this issue of sit at home, nothing can correct it. They have also entered into different places, to ensure, just like the video you are seeing right now, they have entered to make sure that there is no peace in Anambra State. And the only thing most of them are soliciting for is referendum. But, a lot of people believe that what is all currently going on is not the activities of IPOB, that these are possibly hoodlums who are taking advantage of these so-called sit at home to ensure that they trouble the entirety of the land. You can see the food is on the ground, it's scattered everywhere, which means some petty business people who intended to do some businesses have to lose all that they have worked for. You understand? And someone said if they have given instruction that there shouldn't be any thing like business, they should be sit at home. Why don't you obey so that you don't lose your life? But then we have to also think about the economy of the country. It's getting worse every day. Every single minute means so much to people. Someone here says, where is DSS in all this? Is their job only about arresting kidnappers and those that insulted Buhari? I thought the job of DSS is to smell a fish before it's rotten. Soludo, please remain focused and mobilize the great Anambra people to rise against this evil. This is purely distraction to force your hand from bringing the development to Anambra State. This is to distract you from lifting the state up. This is geared towards forcing you to focus on security spending than human and infrastructural development. Please focus and don't be overwhelmed. Now the question is, you're telling him to be focused. Can there be any form of focus when there is instability in a place? It doesn't work that way. It just doesn't work that way. Instead of that, I think he should intensify effort in that respect to see how he can fight and stop the activity of these people, stop the activities of those people. All right. And there are other things also coming up. I'm just trying to give you full update of what is happening. This one here, that there's so much tension and panic in Ogidi, Anambra State, as these UGM people are shooting innocent people who are scampering for safety. So you can see the whole thing is getting so hot. Another update here says that sit at home today, 30th May 2023, from Ogidi in Anambra State. Anambra residents continue to sit at home to honor our great hero and heroine, Remembrance Day and Kanu Day, and for unconditional release of Nnamdi Kanu. Anambra State deserted under lock and key. So you now see that people are not doing anything. This thing has come to stay. I mean, it's really, really troubling. It has come to stay. And unfortunately, despite all the effort by the Anambra State governor to persuade people to reveal who these guys are, everything seems to be slow pedal. Everything seems slow paced. Nobody is really pushing for this arrest to be carried out, because if we must tell ourselves the truth, with these kind of activities going on in the southeast, no matter how justifiable it is also affecting the poor people. Now look at what just happened in PDP primaries. See the way people were doling out money. So just to show you that whatever that is happening for the very rich is none of their business. Why? Because they are living their lives big. They don't care whether you want to do sit at home for the rest of your life. They don't care. What they know is that they have acquired enough to improve, the standard or their standard of living, and they believe that they can't be stripped of it. So right now, sit at home, for me, is not the ideal way of correcting this whole thing. If you have some issues, or you feel that you have been, you have not been given the required treatment, and you feel like doing anything, doing it in your state, destroying the state infrastructure, is not the right way to go. You go and burn down a radio station. It doesn't change the fact that Buhari is still president. Neither does it change the fact that the rich is getting rich every day and the poor are getting poorer. The only thing is that by the time, if God will permit it, and this thing finally resurfaces, you have to take out time to build those places, and that will be exhausting the little resources that you have. You have to try to fix a lot of it. And people who are supporting this thing should understand that these guys actually are only sitting on the back of this so-called release Nnamdi Kanu push and referendum to carry out their personal selfish business, which is to continue to steal and to destroy the lives of other people. They don't care about what is going on. The only thing is that particular day, sit and give them an opportunity, to step out, and nobody can stop them. Well, that's where I like to leave it. Go to our comment section. Do you think that the structure that Anambra State governor has put on ground will be able to correct this based on the level of persistency we are seeing thus far? Let's